Are you ready?
Yeah, buddy. Welcome to the Crypto Walk with Alex Dozier. And today we are going to crypto walk our way into mining, my boys and girls, if there's any. Um, so we're gonna do I started crypto mining about 10 days ago, and I'm just gonna go through what I bought, what I'm using to mine with, and how it's going. Uh, the mistakes I've made, because I've made some, and what I want to do in the future, and how do I feel about the $2,500 investment I have made into crypto mining, and how much more am I going to have to invest to get it where I need it to be, or at least where I want it to be. Uh, so let's get into it. All right, so let's get into it. So, first things first, I started from absolute um scratch. I didn't have a single thing. I didn't have a PC. I haven't used a PC in years, okay? The only thing I had prior to making this channel was an old laptop that I used strictly for an Excel spreadsheet to track my earnings on like Uber and Amazon and some other gig work that I was involved in. That was it. And then I bought this Chromebook uh, in November to start this channel. Uh, I will say, after building the mining rig, I want to actually build my own computer. Looking to do that in June. Want to really trick that thing out. Get a nice big curved monitor, the whole nine. But let's get into it. So, again, if you're like, why would you need an Ethernet cable? Okay. I needed an Ethernet cable, my boys. I had nothing. Okay. Um, so I bought this 25-foot Ethernet cable. It was not long enough. I needed to drop it. So I put my mining rig in one of the spare bedrooms in my house. To get to that to get to the router, from the router to the bedroom, I didn't want to drop a wire like over the floor or something. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want it to be ugly, and I also, also didn't want to trip over it. So I had to drill a hole in the floor behind my uh, router, so I can drop a Ethernet cable down to the basement and run it from underneath the basement, and then drill another hole in my one of my spare bedrooms to pop the Ethernet cable up through the floor. So that the Ethernet cable is completely out of the way in the living spaces anyway. I needed an SSD. That was actually really cheap. I needed a monitor. I will say, I bought this monitor. I had all kinds of trouble with this monitor. I believe that there's a way for me to share this list and make it public. If that is the case, it will be down below in the whatever it's called. God dang it. Description. But anyway, I bought this monitor. I returned it. It was absolute garbage. Uh, it was gorgeous. I like the idea of it. See, the thing is with the crypto mining, once you're set up, you don't really need a monitor. I mean, like, you need one, you you know, to use every once in a while. But I like the idea of having a portable monitor. That way, I could just kind of close it up. Uh, and it didn't take up a lot of space. You know what I mean? Because again, once you get the mining rig completely set up, you just don't need to do anything with it. Assuming you set it up 100% right. Like, uh, um, one of my Airbnb guests in the basement tripped the a breaker that is on the breaker with the router. So, the internet went down, right? Uh, m- my mining rig is set up to automatically come back up as soon as the power comes back on. So, I mean, literally, with even with the power going out, I didn't have to do anything. As soon as the we flip the breaker back on, the mining rig's back up and running, making more money. Okay. Uh, but again, this monitor, I wanted to be accurate in this video of what I actually purchased, but I will say this monitor pissed me off, and I ended up just going to Walmart and buying like a $126 um, monitor from there. The most off brand thing I've ever heard of in my life, but it got me through what I needed it to do. Uh, this mining rig, so it does hold six. I'm only currently mining with two GPUs. Pretty sure the one I got only holds six. Maybe I could put seven. But I currently only have two. I definitely intend to expand. I believe if my budget is accurate, I should be putting a third GPU in uh here in like 2 weeks. Whatever the weekend of the Super Bowl is, I'll be Ubering that weekend to make about $1,000 in 3 days to purchase another GPU. I bought the is this the kit? Yeah, so I love these lights, by the way. These lights are freaking awesome. So I bought this kit, which comes with three, and then I bought three more. So I have a total of six fans running on that rig. It's extremely excessive considering I only have two GPUs. But again, I plan on expanding. So basically, I have everything, and I'm up and running. Okay, with just two GPUs, but I purchased enough items to expand as I purchased more GPUs. Okay. So I got this 1250-watt power supply. It's awesome. I love the cables. I like the way that everything on the cables is labeled. It's pretty cool. I needed to get these flash drives because one of them I needed to use to put a portable Windows 10, a bootable Windows 10 on. I used the other one too for something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I had a hell of a time getting the drivers for my GPUs to show up. Hell of a time. So I actually had to go get this ancient laptop that I use. Um, or possibly I did it on this Chromebook. But anyway, I used the other thumb drive to actually just go freaking download the correct drivers uh on here, and then just stuck the thumb drive into the mining rig motherboard to get the drivers down for the GPUs. Had a hell of a time getting that done. Um, what are these? Oh, the PCI risers. So I got six. Whatever videos, multiple videos I was checking and looking at getting into this mining rig thing suggested having multiples because apparently these are like the most common thing to break down on you. Okay. I got these RAM 16. I got two 16, or I'm sorry, two eights. I will tell you, I returned these only because I honestly, man, I had a hell of a time. So I ended up having to return this motherboard as well as these, not because they didn't work, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I didn't realize it caused me multiple days of headaches. I ended up having to take the entire rig to Micro Center for them to tell me why it wasn't working. But I thought I jacked that thing all the way up. So what happened was I had everything plugged up and nothing would ever start. Okay, so I thought the RAM was bad. I thought the Intel processor was bad. No, you have to short out two pins on the motherboard to get it to turn on because when you're using a mining rig, you don't have a power button like you would if you were in a case, like a computer case. I didn't know that. Nothing I ever read, watched, ever talked about it. This is why I hate when people make how-to videos and don't go over every single step. That's why any how-to video I make an earnest effort to go over every single step. I try not to take anything for granted that somebody watching me knows what they're doing, because if you knew what you were doing, why would you be watching the how-to video? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna explain every single step. They didn't. Uh, I really wish I kept these lights though, but I didn't. But they I seen them light up. They were cool. Uh, the only thing I would tell you about the motherboard, so very important that even if you're starting small and you're only going to do a couple of GPUs, one GPU, whatever, but you plan on expanding later, make sure you get a motherboard that has the PCI slots that you intend to use, rather it's right away or just eventually down the road. Um, so the motherboard that I did end up still ended up having all the PCI slots. Okay. So I didn't use this one. I tried. I had some issues with it. n- Mainly just me. I had problems with it because I was an idiot. And then so I returned it. But the one that I got still had all the PCI slots. Okay. And then very important. Oh my god. So the other thing I didn't realize, I mean, I buy all this stuff off Amazon, but I went to go to like Micro Center and go, hey, I need a Intel processor, eighth or ninth gen. They're like, "Pfft, we don't carry anything below a 10, buddy. You're back in the 90s here, my boy. I don't actually know how far back these were, but they didn't carry these because it wasn't the right gen. So definitely make sure before you would purchase a motherboard, make sure you got enough PCI slots for today and down the road. And then make sure you can get your hands on whatever generation processor you need. So I bought two of these GeForce GTX 1070s, 8 gig. I will tell you, this was another mistake of mine. So at the very end, we're going to go on this profitability calculator that Nicehash has. I should have used that first before I purchased these. Okay. So I bought these. Every video I was watching was talking about basically everybody had 8 gig um, graphics cards. So I kind of just figured as long as I get an 8 gig, I'm good. So I looked for 8 gigs and I looked for basically the cheapest 8 gig I could find that was at least a recognizable name. Okay. Um, if I was to do it all over again from scratch, I would not have bought these. Okay. I would have used, and I'll talk about it here later, but I would have used the profitability calculator to find the most profitable GPUs to use based on my budget. Okay. Again, the Intel Core processor. You, it would have worked. I got myself into a bind. I got myself into a frenzy. I started getting so pissed off that I couldn't get it to work that I basically just bought everything brand new from Micro Center and then returned all the processor, motherboard, and the RAM to Amazon because I just couldn't figure it out. It had nothing to do with the products here. Like they worked, they were great. I couldn't get it to do what I needed to do, uh, just from lack of knowledge that I had. Again, I bought three more fans for a total of six, and they're all controlled by a modulator. So you can, they're all plugged into that. So that's pretty cool because I could change the lights, I could change the colors, and I could do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. It's fun. Uh, and then I bought this mouse. I don't have it on here, but I bought a keyboard too because again, I literally started from scratch. I will tell you, I'm pretty sure this worked right off the bat. The problem I was having also was I wasn't completely clear if I could use a wireless device while in BIOS. So I actually bought a wireless keyboard, but I ended up buying another wired keyboard that plugged into the USB just so that I can mess around in BIOS because I wasn't 100% sure and I never did get clarity on that. I want to say I used my mouse while I was in BIOS, but I'm not 100% sure. So I ended up getting a plug-in just to be sure that I could use. because you don't even need a mouse in BIOS. You can't use it anyway. I don't think. Um, so I don't know if that worked or not. I definitely I ended up using a wired. I never even plugged in the uh wireless one. I figure I'm gonna keep it because, like I said, I plan on building my own PC here in a few months. So this wasn't. These next three items were not part of necessary to build the rig, but I added these to my rig budget out of a safety measure. So I have a wireless camera. I already had like I think 6 or 7 of these cameras in my house. So I bought another one to add to that system just to put on the mining rig. Okay. So I can visually check in on the mining rig anytime I want to make sure it's, for one, that it's running. I mean, I have other ways to check that it's running, but I want to be able to see it. Basically, my concern was, what if it overheats and catches on fire, right? I feel like that's a legitimate concern. Um, so I wanted to be able to see it. Okay, like is my mining rig on fire? Like I want to be able to tell, all right? And then I also bought a Wi-Fi smoke detector. Again, I'm just worried if it caught fire. Okay. So if it caught fire, I want to be able to know right away. So this Wi-Fi smoke detector is linked to my phone, obviously, and so if it caught fire, I would get a signal on my phone to say, "Hey, smoke alarm in the mining rig room is going off." And then I can go to my camera system and I can look at it and go, "Oh, crap, it's on fire." Call the fire department. Come put the damn fire out, right? If yeah, because I'm assuming it wouldn't be home. Um, and then I bought this Tokyo fiberglass fire blanket just to throw on it, assuming I was there and I want to put the damn fire out, right? Uh, with the sense of, if it did catch fire and I was there and I can get to it quick enough, I don't want to damage everything by spraying it down with water. If I could just put the fire out, that'd be cool, right? And save some of it. Okay. So that's everything I bought. So all together, all those pieces, plus a few little trinkets that are not in there. So like I did have to buy a second Ethernet cable, and I had to buy a little connector thing to connect the two Ethernet cables together, so I can get the length that I needed, and then of course I bought the keyboards. Some of the I bought two keyboards, but I'm only going to say one of them because I only use one of them. I think that's about it. I don't think I really purchased anything else crazy to add to that cost. So altogether, it's almost exactly $2,500. So I got 2476, not including uh, the other Ethernet cable and the connector piece of the Ethernet cable and the keyboard. So I'm rounding up a little bit, but I might possibly be slightly over. But we're just gonna say $2,500. Nice round number, right? Okay. So I'm using Nicehash. I love it. Okay. It is literally set it and just walk away from it. Never have to worry about it again. Okay. So my current mining profitability is $2.74 every 24 hours based on BTC. So I will tell you, if BTC's price falls, so does this profitability number. Okay. When BTC was sitting at around 36, 33, 35, whatever it was, really low in recent days, my profitability was under $2. Okay. Because you get paid in Bitcoin. Even though you're not mining Bitcoin, like I'm personally not mining Bitcoin. I'm mining Ethereum using Hagerdash, I believe it's pronounced. But I get paid in Bitcoin. So I actually think that's pretty cool that I get paid in Bitcoin. Again, um, and then right now with the market being the way it is, where everything is pretty much tanked, I'm actually just gaining a lot of cheap Bitcoin in my opinion, because I expect Bitcoin price to go up, right? So let's go to our rig manager. Okay, so current profitability, unpaid balance. So I only get paid when I believe it's quad 01. So for me, their payout is every 4 hours. I do not currently earn enough to get paid out every 4 hours. I get paid consistently every 8 hours. And once I get paid, it just gets added to my BTC wallet balance. So as you can see, I'm currently sitting at $25.39. It's been about 10 days. Um, Couple things I could do to make that better. Okay, yeah. So I wish it didn't. I haven't yet figured out how to get this thing not to be in Celsius. I freaking hate Celsius. Hello? I'm American, buddy. It's called Dagger Hashimoto. I don't know. It's Ethereum, but it's using this. Okay, so I basically mine Ethereum. So my temperatures are good, my hotspot's good, load, yeah, all that is good. What I will say is I'm definitely not using enough power. So I'm on medium. Okay. Check this, click this button, and Nicehash will automatically optimize your GPU for even higher profits. Some profits might not work with your GPU model. Try using light or efficient, low profile first. Okay. So I want to go to high, but it doesn't say that I can't do it. This this message makes me not want to do it. So this profile uses high overclock settings. Make sure that your GPU is cooled efficiently. Using this profile might crash your rig or make it unstable. To use custom overclock settings, make sure to select manual. Using custom overclock with optimization profiles may cause issues. Okay. So I think I don't know. I kind of want to put it on high just to again, the faster I mine or the more power I put into my mining, the more profitable it will be for me. It's just that little warning scares me a little bit. And I want to make sure that if I do it, I'm actually here to monitor it. And right now, I'm just not home enough. I got a vacation coming up soon, so I might do that. And I'm also looking to do some research to see what that high efficiency will do. The other option I have is, like it said, is to go into I'm using something. God, I can't remember. It's like MSI controller or something like that, where I could set the overclock settings for my GPUs, and I could do that, and that will get me like I could just set these to uh whatever that option was, manual, okay, and then set my own manual. Basically, I'm looking at my fans. Like I'm at 30%, 24%. I have more power ability out of these GPUs than Nice Hash is using, having me at this medium. Okay. Uh if I put more power output on, my profitability should go up. I haven't pressed it yet, so I don't know. But when I started, I was on light. I wasn't getting anything. Okay, I don't even think I was getting $1 a day when it was on light. So I definitely wanted to push it to high, but I think I'm gonna wait till I'm on vacation so that I'm actually here and can monitor it more closely and see what's going on with it. Um, so nothing really going on here. I haven't really dug into these graphs. This thing is a set it and forget it. Okay. Once you get your settings done, you don't need to do anything. Okay. So, what do I plan on doing? I plan on, right now, the whole point was to cash out once a month from my BTC wallet. As you can see, you can send your BTC to Coinbase. and then withdraw it from there. So I was thinking I would do it once a month. I have it set in my calendar thingy to remind me on the 28th of every month to withdraw my profits from Nicehash. I will not be doing that this month because I've only been doing it for like 10 days and it's just not worth it to me to take out $25. So my overall goal is to get my current profitability per day to be at $10. Okay. So I have the two GPUs and I want to add one more GPU next month. And then I'm going to add another GPU every quarter this year. Okay. My goal by the end of the year is to be at 6 GPUs. And if I could be making $20 to $25 a day from crypto mining, that's the end goal. Okay. And then I would take out every month and just use that money as actual like income to be used. But it's also like you're getting paid in Bitcoin, so it's like that's kind of cool. If I don't really need or want the money, I could just leave it as Bitcoin and just ride the wave of Bitcoin. But right now, my intentions are to get profitability in the short term up to $10 a day. By the end of the year, I want to get up to $25 a day by purchasing more GPUs. And I want to make sure I get the right GPUs. So, what I should have done before I even started this project at all is I should have went here and I should have said to myself, how much money am I willing to spend on a GPU? Okay. So right now I need to make up another $7 a day. Assuming pushing the current GPUs to high gets me a little bit better. Maybe I can get, if I push those things to high or do my own, let me just say I can get that up to like 350 a day. So if I can get another $6, 650 out of a GPU, um, then that's going to be preferred. So what I am thinking is a GTX 1080i. Okay. So if I get that, uh, uh, what kind of profitability will that get me? Approximate income with night hash would be 125 a day. So no, that's terrible. What else you got for me? What's a 1660 Ti? Oh, that got even lower. Let's not do that. So what I'm not going to go through all of them, but so what I want to do is I want to, and what I should have done in the first place was go through the different kinds of uh, GPUs and find the one that would get me the best profitability for the budget of money that I want to spend. So basically, what I'm going to be doing with this, not in this video, I'll do it, on my own time, uh, is I'm going to click on different ones until I find the kind of profitability that I want out of a GPU. Okay. I do not do CPU money. Uh, but anyway, once I find the GPU that gives me the profitability that I want, I will cross reference that with like Amazon and eBay and all that and make sure it's within my budget. I'm looking to spend $1,000 Super Bowl weekend on a GPU, but I want it to, I want to get the most money per day for my buck. Okay. So that's going to be the goal is messing around with this. So far the 1080 Ti had the best, but I know there's ones out here that are better than that. I just gotta find them and see what kind of profitability we can get. So still the 1080 Ti was the best at 125. I don't know what this thing is. Light hash rate. So apparently, I heard light hash rate you can't really use, but let's see it. 36 cents. Trash. But it has a light hash rate. Like you're not going to be able to do much with a light hash rate GPU. Like from my understanding, you're just not going to be able to. Like it's just not going to do what you're going to be wanting it to do. I've heard of these Tesla things. I don't know what kind of profitability they have. Let's take a look. Oh, whoa. 572 a day. Hello. How much is this Tesla thing? Here, you guys want to find this out with me? Let's go. So we're gonna go into Amazon here. Okay. I feel like this is going to be an insane price. Yeah. $3,000. No, that's sponsored. I don't know what that is. What is this? What is this? It didn't give it to me. Nvidia Tesla A100. That's definitely not what these things are. Ah, is it? I mean, damn, this thing's a freaking 24 gigs, $3,000. So it's a GeForce RTX 3090. Man, I want this Tesla though. This Nvidia Tesla A100. Like, oh my god, that thing is a beast. Yeah, I already forgot which one I was going to be looking for. Um, I'm not going to spend 3 grand. I just wanted to see what it would say. So yes, I will have to go through the painstaking time of literally clicking on every single one of these, finding out the profit, finding out the good profitability, cross-referencing it with how much does it cost? Like, how much would it cost to buy the thing? Okay, and then go from there. Holy crap! If that's $5,000. Jesus Christ! I mean, I kind of figured when it jumped from to yeah, it's an 80 gig. Oh my god, that's massive. No wonder why. Holy smokes! You could freaking I don't even know why you would need an 80 gig GPU. Holy smokes. But you get $5 a day. That's some good profitability. And it's completely passive. Like once you're set up, you don't do anything. You just collect your money. And then depending on how you want to do it, you don't even have to do that regular. Okay? I plan on doing mine every month, but I don't have to. There's no rule about it. I just wanted to do it every month. I know people, not personally, but I've heard, who use BlockFi, and basically they just transfer their BTC from Nicehash to BlockFi, and then earn interest on the Bitcoin that they earned from mining. So, so your passive income is then earning you passive income, which that sounds pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So that's all I got. I'm gonna keep tinkering around with this, uh, to find the best profitability for the price that I want to spend, which is about $1,000 for a GPU. That'll bring me up to three. So like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you plan on mining? If so, like how many GPUs? What are you gonna do? What do you need? What do you got? What are you trying to do with it? What are your goals? If you're gonna use Nicehash, what's your withdrawal strategy going to be? Uh, let's talk about it. That's the whole point of this channel. I want to talk. I want to know what you guys got going on. I want to share what I got going on, and I want to find a way for all of us to make some money, me included. You know what I mean? All right, folks. Peace.